Hey guys, we're back with Nick Peret from B.O.S.S. Dude, welcome. Good to see you.
Hey, gents, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
what a
man.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Two
Known this guy
gurus
for
over
like-
here.
Right, rocking
Let's
it
go,
out, man.
baby. I love it.
So for like 6 minutes. This is awesome.
Yeah.
We've been friends forever, man. He
going to
stopped by the
Cabo.
booth, gave some Tic Tacs, and
Yeah.
he was loving us, right?
He handed me the Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
I think that's a sign.
Yeah, we're bonded right there.
Love it. Guys,
Yeah.
we're here at JobTread Connect, and we're just bringing people on to call it a podcast, call it our kind of into our booth.
Yep.
Just having conversations about business, life, what people do. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, 100%. So, I grew up in a family of tradesmen. My dad was an electrician. My uncle was a custom home builder. You basically name it. We had every trade in the book.
Nice.
But, I'm 10 years old, 11 years old. My dad's making me go to these rental properties. I'm spray foaming insulation. I'm doing siding.
There's probably
mask.
some OSHA laws that were
I was
violated.
breaking all the laws. But I learned real quick, I'd rather be behind the computer, right? So my first job, I had a marketing degree. I went to University of Wisconsin, Whitewater, D3 school. All right, let's represent. But basically, I wouldn't work for Milwaukee Tool right out of college.
Okay.
And, if the best thing about Milwaukee Tool is, first off, don't buy DeWalt, all right? Don't buy DeWalt.
No black
Out
and
of the
yellow.
gates. We are
out of the
against
gates, don't buy
DeWalt's.
Milwaukee
100%.
Fuel all day.
Yes.
But the company was growing so rapidly that if you had a pulse, you were getting promoted, right? So
Right.
they were moving me all over the country. One day I decided I'm actually going to start my own thing, right?
Sure.
So the first company I started was actually, we did commercial sales automation. So we were generating leads for commercial contractors, property managers, facility managers, you kind of name it, right? And didn't make money for, I think, 6 months? I was like 24 years old. This is like 10 years ago, right? And at the same time, I was actually connected with a roofing contract.
Okay.
And so my heart and soul definitely started in roofing, right? He had a $20 million roofing company. He kind of
In Wisconsin?
this is actually in Denver, so I
Denver.
kind of skipped around because I was all over the country.
Okay.
But basically, he was able to appoint a new CEO because he built out the systems and the processes to do so, and he wanted to coach others how to do it, right? So we actually had that company, and we had another marketing company. I decided to start B.O.S.S because when I was generating the leads, you realize real quick that it's not the lead problem. It's
No.
an operational problem, right?
Systemization.
It's systemization. So
Yeah.
for the last 3 years, I've basically committed my heart and soul,
Nice.
right, to figure out how to solve those problems for contractors. And that's why I started B.O.S.S, right? Better starts now. It's one of those situations where
Better starts and
I know, that's money, baby.
Write that one down.
You guys are
Bob.
making me blush. I gotta hang out with you guys more often. You guys are really boosting up my confidence
Yeah, man.
already.
We're
You
ego
know what I mean?
builders.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
who do you like to work with? Who's an ideal client for you?
Honestly, I've worked with 0 to 50 million,
Okay.
but I'll be
It's kind of a bragger, too, I know.
oh yeah. Well, hey,
Look
it's
at
an
me.
ego. Yeah, it's an ego thing, right? But I've worked with like 500 plus contractors in the last 10 years, and I love the smaller contractors. Honestly, I really do. Like husband, wife shops, right? The ones where you come in there and you can just change their whole life, right? Like I talk to people, they're like, my goal. We've been in a business for 20 years. They're like, my goal is to take a vacation with my wife.
Right. That's awesome.
That's who I love. You can't beat that, right?
No, yeah. And I think one of the biggest challenges as entrepreneurs, probably in any industry, but especially in the trade industry, is they're good at hammering the nail.
Yep.
But when it comes to everything else about the business, it's like, my wife does the books.
Yep.
My wife, there's no. How do you guys handle churn? What's that? It's like, how do you handle the inbound of a client? What's that? And again, a business to me is just a bunch of systems wrapped together in a sequential order.
100%. I completely agree.
Let me
with
ask you this: how do you convince them that that is a problem for them and they need you?
Sometimes the pain is so great that they already know that, and unfortunately, there are some people where, I'll talk to them like, "Hey, let's set up your JobTread," and all of a sudden, 6 months, 8 months, nothing changes.
Right.
At some point, right? If someone doesn't want to change, they're not going to change until the pain is so great that they need to, right? Because if you set up a system right, where you have templates, where you have automation, where you have a rinse and repeat process, you can hire, right? You can train, you can do all, and all of a sudden now you have a scalable business, right? If someone buys your business, I know a lot of people are into, private equity, especially where I came from in the roofing, the money is flowing in right now.
yeah.
What are they buying? the systems and the processes, right?
They're not buying you,
They're-
Mr. Roofer.
No, 100%. So the more that they can get it through their head that the less the business needs them, the better off they're going to be.
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
the bigger multiple and all that.
100%. 100%.
So when you're talking to the clients,
Yeah.
and you get the mom and pops, let's say someone's doing 1 million in revenue,
Yeah.
and they hit that glass ceiling, right? And they come to you, and you can see
Yeah.
the recipe that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Is there this is a tough question to probably for you to answer, but is there an integration timeline or a process that you take them through to identify?
100%.
Because, and the reason I say this is part of what we do in our coaching program is we have a financial wing where someone will look at their finances. And what we've learned from helping them is what they think is the problem is not the problem based on the report card of their finances.
Yeah.
Do you find the same thing with you?
Oh yeah, 100%. So the first thing that we do is we do 2-hour kickoff call with them, and I want to go through their entire process from a new lead to close. Right? What communication has to be done internally and externally? What are our goals at this stage in the pipeline? Right? What communication has to be done? What tasks have to be done? I want to go through that entire process with them because the thing is when I ask those questions, a lot of the time they don't know the answer, right? And I like to look at example jobs. So it's like, all right, let's look at the last 10 jobs. Or, better yet, you pick the 10 jobs, right? And I want to go into the system.
Right.
How come every single one looks different? How come this estimate looks different? How come you handle this situation differently?
Well, because
Right?
that's the way we've always done it.
100%. And so for me, I'm trying to put all of this together, be like, what is the similarities? What do we actually want to look like, right? And try to morph that into something that is rinse and repeat,
I'm sure Bob has a question before he goes. I've got one.
Yeah.
What is the biggest resistance that you get after they sign up?
Yeah.
They pay. What is the biggest resistance you get from them?
So for me, like I said, I've been in this for a decade. So I wasn't a nerd before, right? I became a nerd to chase it. I used to have a team of nerds with my other companies, right?
Everyone needs one.
Yeah, 100%. But I was business operations, and every single time that I cut down my service offerings, my business went through the roof. Every time I niched down more, my business went through the roof, right? And so that's the question I try to tiptoe around, where it's like they're offering a million different services, and I'm like, what are you best
Let's
at?
keep it simple.
Yeah, what are you best at?
What would you say to somebody that doesn't know, like maybe they're just kind of coming up to that million level, like Steve said, that they don't know that they need you, or they don't know what they don't know. If someone who was listening to this and seeing this, why should they call you?
Because the last 3 years, I literally put 10,000 hours in a mission to help you guys succeed. I want you guys to be happy, work-life balance a little bit, right? I want you to be able to take that vacation. I want you to be able to scale your business and hit your goals. A lot of people, I think, are literally living hell with their business, right? Like, they don't even want to wake up and deal with all the firefighting that they have to do. And they have to be so reactive, right? So whenever you're hiring somebody for implementation, stuff like that, it's got to be somebody that you trust is in your corner and actually has your back. And then you got to let them do their thing. You got to trust them, right? And you got to be confident what they're telling you, because that's why you pay someone like me to do that.
Yeah, what would you say? What would some of your clients say about it?
One of my favorites was a roofing contractor. He does roofing and he does some other services too. But basically he said, hey, I knew that JobTread was a Ferrari and I had training wheels on it. He's like, now I'm ready to take this thing racing, right? And whenever I hire anybody for a service, I don't care if it's financial, whatever it is, I want my time back. Right. And so that's one of our main focus is get this thing implemented as fast as possible, right? We're trying to get this thing implemented in 30 business days, right? It used to be a lot longer. I'm telling you, it used to take me a lot longer 3 years ago, right? But people need it up and running quick, right? So they can start to see that ROI and benefit. So we're going to try to get this thing, project management is the biggest part, right? We go in JobTread, we make a schedule for your project that's customized based off your needs, usually like 130, 150 tasks, right? And we just chip away. We got a 2-hour kickoff where I'm trying to suck everything I can out of you, a midway call, and an ending call. Other than that, I don't want them to have to be involved.
So
I want them to go sell. I want them to go do it.
JobTread. I mean, here we are at JobTread Connect.
Yeah.
With somebody that's got JobTread, it lands in their lap. Maybe they're a new user.
Yeah.
And, even though the usability of JobTread is off the charts,
Yeah.
they're maybe intimidated. Or they're like, how do I use this thing? Where do you come in on that?
So, are you saying at a content standpoint, or if we're going to do it for them?
Do it for them.
If we're doing it for them, man, it's like I just need to know your business, right? If I can know your business, get access to all the documentation, everything like that, we're gonna mold it to that. I want white glove, right?
Yeah.
Like I want luxury living where it's like they're not even involved until the very end, until we have to focus on training their jobs.
Yeah.
Right? Because, dude, the amount of hours I had to spend to learn how to
It's like
truly,
becoming the black
dude, seriously though, it's like I honestly kind of underestimated when I first got into this. This is a passion project. This is going to be easy to figure out. How hard could it be? But there's so many components. I always say it's like a puzzle, like a 1,000-piece puzzle, and you have to make sure you're setting it up right. But then also, if you set something up wrong in the front end of the process, it could impact what happens at the end, right? So it's very complex, more complex than I thought. So for me, I'm like, if I was a contractor, it's almost a no-brainer. Just get that out of the way, because otherwise you're going to be spending so much time learning. And if you do want to do it yourself, right, make sure you're using all the online resources and videos, and be patient with it, and don't expect it to be up and running completely right away, because it's going to take some time. So be patient.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who is not your client?
Who is not my client?
Like who? If
So
they walked
I
up,
would
you're
say-
like, no.
So I would say for me, like my favorites have been remodeling, roofing, custom home building, right? Like that has been our sweet spot for sure. I think, one of the biggest time-consuming things is like I'm the AI automations guy. Like I remember I sold my other companies as soon as that ChatGPT came out. So I was like, I have free time, and I was ripping that super hard. But the most complex stuff I've seen is the estimate templates, right? Using the parameters and the formulas, right? And having measurement tools that integrate it, does it for you, right? That's kind of our sweet spot, a problem that I love to solve. Because at the end of the day, all I want to do is make your life easier and save you time.
Right.
And I have people that are been in business for 20 years, and they say, we literally start from scratch every single time when we estimate.
Yeah.
And we spend 8 hours on a Saturday trying to get that out. So I've been spending a lot of time trying to just cut that down. Like roofing, I can get to 4 minutes, good, better, best, right? But remodeling, it's like there's so much complexities and so many different scenarios, right? That you're trying to take that 8 hours to 30 minutes or whatever it might be. Something that's
But
still
my question wasn't. My question is the person.
yeah. Oh, the type of person
The
you're
type
saying.
of person that you say not going to work.
I mean, the person that disagrees with everything I say right off of
Like,
that
oh,
first
that doesn't
call.
work for me.
Yeah.
And then,
You know that
Doesn't
person.
work
Let me
in my
explain.
end.
Yeah, it
let me
doesn't work for
explain to
me.
you how it works.
Right?
here.
I'm different, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm like that's the person that, hey, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, it's probably not going to be right anyways. So I definitely try to avoid those people for sure.
Well, I've only
Yeah.
known you a short time, but I can tell that you're an entrepreneur.
I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot.
Where are you going with this thing?
I mean, so this right here with Better Boss, like what's the vision for Better Boss?
Yeah.
I mean, basically when we first started this 3 years ago, we were a high ticket fractional CTO, like 7,500, 10 grand a month, right? And we were looking for what is the best system, right? I was looking for my dream partner, right? And I finally found it with Better Boss, self-promotion, with JobTread. With JobTread, I finally found it where I was like, this is a tool that's so customizable. I believe in the team. I believe in the leadership. I believe in the product roadmap, how they advance features based off feature requests, right, from their users,
Absolutely.
right? Like, I finally found that. So everything that we've done has been morphing into, okay, what's the best implementation plan for them? How quickly can we do this? How can we train them better? How can we get the adoption better? And then now we're also offering ongoing memberships based off of the feedback we've been getting from people who are already kind of set up and they want to advance it and stuff like that. So with Better Boss, the whole future, and literally we just made this switch like a week or two ago, is we're focusing all on the JobTread users and how can we make their life easier. 100% all in. Like I said, do less.
That's your vertical.
Yeah, become the best. Exactly what you do. And so that's really the vision here.
Had
with
a,
Better Boss. Yeah.
20-year career as a remodeler.
Oh, you did?
Additions,
Yeah, yeah.
renovations, Some new stuff. And I was probably a JobTread customer in the hundreds. Maybe
Oh, are you really?
low 200s.
Oh, that's cool.
So there was nobody
I
like
think
you.
you're getting
Yeah.
an award.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
you-
a-
Are you really?
No.
You're award winning, baby.
But there was nobody like you.
Yeah.
Okay? It was give Travis a call. He'll
Yeah.
help you out with that, or watch the videos.
Yeah.
Now, we can still do that. But
Yeah.
now we've got guys like you, and I know there are others as well that
Yeah.
are specializing in this thing. Like, I view it as like hired gun. Like,
Mhm.
this is how I want my stuff.
100%.
You do it, give it back to me. Now it's
Amen.
It's
That's exactly how it should be. That's exactly how we do it.
yeah,
That's
man,
exactly
that's
how we do
great.
it.
And anyway, this is new, man. It's like
This is awesome.
This is
Yeah.
not something that just was around 4 or 5 years ago. I don't think. And
Yeah.
guys like Nick, so it's
I mean,
fantastic.
Yeah, the whole. I mean, look at you guys, right? The whole ecosystem of partners, I think, is one of the aspects that makes JobTread
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, I feel like everybody. It's like, doesn't matter if you're a user, if you're on the team, or if you're a partner. It's like winners win in this community,
Yeah.
right? And like, we just hired someone. That's literally what he says. He's like, oh, I get it. He's like, if you're a winner, they're going to give you a chance to win, and that's where you want to be living.
That's how it
right?
should be.
That's how
Yeah.
it should be, right?
Right.
Yeah, dude, how can we help you? I mean, you're here, you're at Connect.
I mean, hey, if you guys want to check it out, go to better-boss.ai. Check us out. We're at the booth here too, so basically, we're giving away a free implementation. All you gotta do is scan that QR code, right? So I really appreciate the platform,
Thanks,
though,
man.
guys.
Yeah,
I really
appreciate
appreciate it.
it.
It's been
Appreciate
an
you coming
absolute
out.
honor to speak with you guys. I know you guys are some gurus here, so appreciate
Guys, Nick Peret.
it. Let's go.
See ya.
Love it. Thanks,
Let's
man.
go.
Appreciate it. Take care, guys.